down there and go back.
All is right with the world. The broadcast is live. Wake and Rake, dude. Eric and Chris here with you on a beautiful NFL Sunday morning, extended by popular demand. This will now be a multi-hour broadcast because we just can't get enough of the people, and the people can't get enough of us. Fielding your questions, injuries, all that stuff. We've got all kinds of guests coming through. We've got some here right now. Angela's here with us, as she is most Wake and Rake Sunday mornings. Chris is over there running the show, making sure everything stays on track. Elio's got sunglasses on. Very cool. And we've got Casey Budge. I'm not sure how to introduce you. You do many things. You wear many hats, including not Stetson, the other one, the good one. What's the good one?
Resist all.
Yes.
American Hat Company.
That's one. American Hat Company. How are you doing, Casey? Tell us a little about yourself.
I'm great. I am a vet tech. I have a podcast called Western Sounds. I college rodeoed. I'm trying to go to vet school, and I love the Packers.
Andy loves the Packers. I just recently learned that rodeo teams were a thing. Chris told me that Oklahoma State has the best one in the nation. I'm like, wait a second.
That's questionable.
I got
That's an organized. That's an organized team sport.
I tried to
Chris
talk
is
about.
not happy you said it's questionable.
I tried to talk about California rodeo last night, and I got schooled hard. We'll have none of that.
Yeah. Angela came with some legit stuff. Like, I know someone who's a rancher. They're experienced. Chris, like, no. I'm from Oklahoma. We come out of a womb onto a bronc.
It was awesome.
All right, football. I'll do rodeo for a half hour if you let me. We got to get into football. It's week 10. We got a game coming up in a few minutes. One of the more impressive stadiums I've seen, the Alliance Center. Oh, Will's here. Can't wait for some Wake and Rake. Jonah, Blue Collar Enlightenment Show. Oh, I love it. All the regs are showing up. We got notable injuries. We got Tom Brady taking the field in a minute, so they're gonna play. Their wide receivers are gonna try to play. Good morning, Jonah. Elio, what do you think about this Tampa game? I think Seattle can win this game outright.
I think so too. But I think the bigger storyline is like last week. I think the storyline moving forward when the Bucs are involved in the game is to see what the hell is Tom Brady going to do. Can he keep this alive? Crappy division. He's probably in right there, tied for first. Everybody's going to see what can the old man keep it going. Honestly, Seattle. What is Seattle favorite? Are they the favorite?
No, they're a 3-point dog.
Plus 3 point. Again, they're doing it because of Tom Brady, but that's be a nice bet where I put my money in. But if the receivers can hold on to the ball, I think the Bucs got this one.
Yep, they did some research and they found out, what do you know, Tom Brady, the most beloved player over in Germany. So they sent them a high-end product. I think London should be pissed. London had to wade through about 75 Jaguars games before they got a good one.
Dude,
and right away, Germany gets Bucs Seahawks.
Somebody got paid really well in order to get this game up in Germany. You know what I'm saying? In the NFL. So.
Yep. Like we were saying, there's just too much money to be made over there to deny moving a team. You know, maybe the Jags become the London Jags. I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about that. Heather's here. Good morning, Heather.
Hi,
I hadn't said it out loud yet, but I was starting to wonder where she was. I was like, she's probably making some biscuits right now. And she's here with us. This is appointment television for her. We love Heather. So, some games that are about to be played that we can prognosticate on. Browns at Dolphins. Elio, it's going to be 80 degrees down there. The Dolphins somehow have a way of making the visitor sideline 120 while their sideline is 74 degrees. Are they going to be making the Browns wear their dark jerseys? And do you think Tua's just gonna fire it all over the place?
I mean, the Dolphins are very, very one way. You don't have to kind of read into much of them. I mean, if you look at the overall average per yard for both teams, right? The Browns actually are averaging a little higher by 385 total average yards per game, right? And the Dolphins are 380. The difference is the Dolphins throw about 306 average per yard passing, right? As opposed to 86. While it's a more balanced attack for the Browns, right? 164 per game, and it's 232 over the air. At the end of the day, man, everybody knows that the Dolphins are going to pass the crap out of the ball. It's the reason why they got Jeff Wilson. And there's one way to prepare for them, right? You got to shut down two of the fastest wide receivers in the league, right? And Hill and Waddle. But yes, the temperature, even though we are in November, and I was trying to do this show from my backyard. I'm in South Florida, as everybody know. It was hot out there, dude. I had the fan going, the coolers going, everything was going. From coming from Cleveland, the boys are gonna struggle because it's gonna get probably into the 80s today. And 80s in November feels a little different.
High humidity too. That might be why Miami's 8-1 against the spread in November over the last 3 seasons. Just the sun on their side. So we'll see. Denzel Ward's going to be back. I'm not sure he can hang with Tyreek Hill. I mean, who can? But maybe Waddle gets a couple extra targets. I put Waddle longest reception over 23.5 in the props article. His average is like 17.5 yards. So you're just asking him to go what? I'm not good at math. 5 yards, 6 yards over that.
Remember,
we're home.
It's not like he goes deep, right? It's 10 yards slant, and then he'll take the rest of the 20, right? That's pretty much what Waddle does, and that's that Miami offense. Cross both guys, see who's open. So.
Exactly. Oh, what's the next one? Broncos at Titans. Derrick Henry might be rested. Russell Wilson, can he win a 4th game? Maybe. He said that. Well, the receivers said that the fast pace they played with last week was a big deal, and they want to come out and do that this week because the Titans are all wiped out from playing the Chiefs last week. I don't know. I don't know if you can trust Russell Wilson on the road. We went over our bold predictions last night, and apparently I said that Russell Wilson was going to be the most valuable player. I'm not sure that's going to happen.
Hey, you were not the only one. Everybody picked Russell Wilson to be the most valuable player and the Denver Broncos to destroy that division.
Casey, what did you expect when Russ went to Denver? Did you think that was just the missing piece and they were going to take off, or did you think it would be this?
No, I thought he was going to be the absolute shit, but I am completely flabbergasted as to why he has been so inept in that offense. Maybe it's our old OC, maybe it's a number of things, but I just do not understand why he has been so terrible. Maybe he's getting old. Maybe his teammates all hate him, which is a complete possibility with him doing high knees on the plane the whole time. I just don't understand.
I got the answer though. It is Pete Carroll's gum. Just so everybody knows what he does to quarterbacks down there. He's got something special in his gum. Pops that son bitch out. Handed it to Russ a bunch of years ago. Took 4 chomps. Fucking superstar. Leaves Seattle. Can't throw a football. Can't run.
Can't even run.
Can't. But all of a sudden, Geno Smith shows up at SeaTac. Gum comes out. 4 chomps. Fucking MVP. You tell me.
He's leading. He's the favorite for comeback player of the year. It's really fucking with a couple of my bets because him and
Saquon should be right up there, right? Coming back those two. But what everybody expected Saquon to be decent, right? Even though he was hurt the last couple of years, we know that pedigree because we've seen the sample size. Not Geno Smith, like you said, which is like killing everybody's head right now. It's insane.
Yeah.
Number one, Heather, can we hire you to cook on Sunday mornings if we brought you over? We have blueberry waffles, bacon and eggs this morning. I only have 2 questions this morning. St. Brown or Ayuk as wide receiver. And then we have Jamal Williams or Debo in her flex.
I think you go St. Brown and Debo. That way you're not doubling up on 49ers. And I think that's the best. That's the 2 best options there. I think Swift is going to be a little more active this week. He looked better last week than week 8. And I think if Campbell can give him carries and get production, he's going to. But Jamal Williams is still the red zone guy.
Yep, absolutely. And he's also, he's getting more snaps, as you know, because they said they're going to take it easy with Swift. I would like to see Swift being involved in this week. Secondary the Bears have, and more of the passing game, which the kid can catch it and go for like 30 real easy, right? I would like to see him involved more in that aspect if they're not going to give him the attempts at running. So hopefully that could be something that definitely get him 15, 17 points fantasy wise because he could do both.
Yeah, and you get Amon-Ra St. Brown in the slot. I think he'd be running against a rookie corner. So good luck covering him. 69.5 yards receiving. That sounds low to me.
So what do we say?
He's due.
What's our definite Our definitive
answer is Amon-Ra St. Brown in the wide receiver slot and Debo in the flex.
Yep, that's the only way you can go. That's 100%.
Then you can't double up on Lions, and you don't really want to double up on 49ers unless CMC is one of them.
We have Mr. Oh, go ahead. Hang on.
DFS, because I build a lineup with a stack of that's it.
That's different. Yeah.
Weekly, you want to go that way. Absolutely.
We have Mr. Josh in the chat. What up? Thanks for stopping by, brother. Should I start Geno or Dak? We need to get this one answered.
Top the morning. What do you think, Elio? Geno or Dak Prescott? The Packers defense, Devondre Campbell out, Eric Stokes out. It's Rashawn Gary, the number one pass rusher, possibly in the NFC North, out. Is Dak going to be chucking it? Do you like his matchup better than Geno's?
I've lost all respect for the Packers after last week. You know what I'm saying? After going all in, putting my credibility on check. And I'm going to go with Dak. I think Dak's going to throw a little bit more of this right now. And because they're going to feel that there's no pressure, right? Like you said, you got all these injuries out there. And I think Dak hasn't really slinged it since he got back. And I think this is a good scenario for him. I'm going to go Dak. As much as Geno's been lighting it up, I think this is the week that Geno might kind of struggle a little bit because all these Buccaneers games are low scoring games. If you look at it, right, unless you face Kansas City, right, which you get blown out. But look at all the games, they're all low scoring games, ugly quarterbacks don't look great. So I'm going to go with Dak on this one.
Yeah, Casey, I think there's a bigger motivation for Dak. I think these Cowboys want to come in here and kick the shit out of Green Bay for Mike McCarthy, whereas Geno Smith is just over in Germany having a good time playing the Bucs. Big game, lots of distractions. What do you think about that? Do you think the Cowboys are coming in here and they want to run up the score and really send a message?
Yeah, 100%. We kicked him out of the we kicked him out of the playoffs. What was that? 2 years ago, and we've absolutely humiliated them every time that we played them the last 3 years with a field goal or something at the end of the game. Just beat them and made Mike McCarthy look bad too. And I think it's an emotional game for Mike. It's an emotional game for Dak. It's an emotional game for everyone involved. But the Packers are just terrible this year. There's nothing to go around it. And I think that even with Ja and everyone, there is no chance that Dak doesn't go off today.
Yeah, this is. I think
I definitely am starting Dak, but I don't love Geno Smith in Germany. We're not really sure about that. But you have Ja.
Too many unknowns.
Yeah, I don't love the morning games. I hate any Thursday games and morning games. I just don't want any part of it.
Yep.
But I do think that Jar will probably handle CD a little bit. He'll get some, but everybody else is going to be wide open all day.
Yeah, Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz is going to have a field day.
Gallup can go get some.
Dalton Schultz receiving yards jumped from like 32 to 35. I mean, I'd take that anywhere up to like 45.
Who do you think Dak's going to blame this week? I mean, not Dak, Aaron Rodgers. Because
I think he's going to blame protection.
Who does he have to blame this week? I mean, who isn't injured? Then he can blame.
Who's left? Yeah. How come you threw it directly to the safety 3 times? I don't know. They don't fucking block, man. I don't know what you want me to say. I have my highest graded game, so I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, this is the part. Let's circle back real quick. So just so Mr. Josh knows, we are all on board with Dak. Start Dak, baby. That's the wake way.
Yep. Fade the pack. Start the Dak. It's going to be ugly. This is the part at the end of the movie where the bully gets beat up.
And one more question. Oh, sorry. And one more question. Jamal Williams, Gibson, Wan'Dale Robinson at flex. And I like.
Man, that's tough.
Yeah, it's tough, but I'm going to stick with Jamal, man.
I am too.
Playing the Bears, man. They're playing the Bears. A lot of points. It's a lot of. And that's going to be a very targeted game this week, based on the how both play crappy defense.
I was gonna say that's the only game that's sponsored this week, isn't it? By Mike Lindell and My Pillow. We're gonna go out there and just punch each other with pillows.
Right.
Probably, yeah. And Gibson is the superior running back out in Washington, but the coaching staff doesn't seem to recognize that. Brian Robinson, great story, but he should not be getting the ball as much as he is. Gibson is the better player. I don't trust him to get the usage. Wan'Dale Robinson, this could be a big day for Wan'Dale Robinson, but you're guessing. I'd say if you're projected to lose by 15, 20 points, then you plug Wan'Dale in there because that's a 0 or 25 type player.
That's your sneaky play because now he should be the most targeted receiver.
He's got Swift as his RB1, so I think that takes Jamal Williams out of the.
That absolutely takes Jamal Williams out of the question.
Yeah.
So now we're starting Gibson.
So, yeah, or just grab a coin, flip it in the air, and whatever comes out, head or tails, either Wilson or Wandell. It's honestly a coin flip.
I would say if it's projected to be close, you start Gibson. If you're projected to lose, start Wandale to hopefully get the makeup points.
That's it. Yeah, there's a little bit of degen in that, but that works really well.
The Giants have, damn it, it's tough because both games are like what, 43.5 for the Eagles and Washington and the Commandos. That's what I like to call them. And then what do we got the Giants? What's the over under here on the Giants? I'm trying to scroll down here and take a look. Shoot,
I should have all that pulled up.
Let me see
but
here.
Houston is bad. I mean, they're bad at defending the run, but they're also terrible. They do a terrible job of defending the play action pass.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's in the out of these two, leaning a little more, not because I'm a Giants fan, leaning a little more to Wandell because of that bad defense, and he's the Giants' probably number one receiver, kind of like Rondell Moore kind of thing. Hit the slot, maybe get some 10-yard passes and take them deep for 20, 30. Get a touchdown here. Kid is fast.
I love Saquon today. I mean, Derrick Henry just put 200 on this.
Man, Mr. Josh is just coming here riding the fence. He's
projected
to lose
that's
by
Gibson,
2.
I think.
Yeah, that is Gibson. Let's go Gibson today. Let's see. We got one more here. I will absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Wait,
welcome,
I
Sean.
lied. My standard question: Mahomes or Herbert today, guys? This is easy, but
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Start Patty B against the United States Army if it was going against them. All right, that's for the rest of the year. I don't care.
Yeah,
Mahomes
I don't know that we're putting Herbert back in.
Yeah, Mahomes hasn't lost a game in November and December. I don't think, maybe ever. I know he's won 23 or 24 in a row. It's ridiculous.
Look at last week. He went against a tough defense. What did he put up? Like over 30? Was it 40 fantasy points? I think I forget what it was.
Well, he threw it 68 times, so he's not going to stop throwing it no matter what you do.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, give me a guy who's possibly going to throw it 60 plus times every single time. Saquon, I got a nice bet on Saquon. 147 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, 13-1. That seemed crazy. And circling back to this Lions-Bears game, I haven't taken it yet, but there's a sucker bet that I want to take. These are always sucker bets because it sounds so easy, but they never come through. I know because I bet them sometimes. Lions-Bears projected to be a high-scoring game, 2 terrible defenses. Each team to score 1 touchdown and 1 field goal in the first half, and each team to score 1 touchdown and 1 field goal in the second half. Sounds automatic. Plus 1,400. It's plus 1,400 because it's not going to happen. But I'm still going to probably get suckered into it because I'm going to multiply 5 by 14. I'm going to be like, that would be cool.
Ready? It sounds automatic as that Packers game and Lions game last week, and Aaron Jones is going to rush for 100 yards and catch 5 passes, right? Sounds automatic that, man, and watch it not pan out.
Austin Eckler last week, too, at Atlanta. He was supposed to absolutely tear it up. I'm not sure what he had, but it wasn't fantastic. And he's back, Coach.
Oh wait, I gotta get his walk-up music in.
America, fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day. Yeah, America, fuck yeah, freedom is the only way.
Terrorist, your game is through, because now you
Good
have
morning.
to answer to.
Wow, I can
What?
see you guys have already
Son?
had coffee this morning.
Oh, man.
Not only are you rocking a vegetarian diet, but you've also gone with a black shirt, which is slimming. You look downright svelte this morning, Coach.
Listen,
How we feeling?
You can save the compliments. I'm all business this morning. We've got some things we got to talk about, gentlemen. We've got some things. First off, the vegetarian diet has been derailed this weekend. This is be the first of about 3 Thanksgivings that I'm going to throw down. So I'm going in and hitting that today.
Well deserved too, sir. I might add.
I've got a section of family who's been preparing for about the past 3 days. I'm just telling you, Thanksgiving is a big deal in these parts at my house. So yeah, first of 3 today, and I've got on pants with an elastic waistband, and I'm doing damage. I'm bringing the heat.
You're in it to win it.
No,
sure.
it is. I have got some ground to cover. I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to gain back every pound plus some today. One day. One day.
Nice.
So
They're trying to get the Seattle
anyhow,
before the game starts.
back to business, man. What is Kyler Murray? Kyler Murray. I got
Kyler
in on
Murray's
the
got
end
a.
of, I got
Kyler
in on
Murray's-
the end of the Green Bay chat, and I'm sad for that. Is somebody actually on Green Bay today?
I don't think anybody with a brain is. We got a pile of comments. Chris says leading up to this Tampa Seattle game. We got some questions we need to answer.
First, let's get to Chet. Is Jonathan Taylor due for a bounce back week, guys?
I
think
think
so.
Jeff Saturday doesn't know anything other than handing Jonathan Taylor the ball. He says he feels as good as he's felt all year. I would feel comfortable starting Jonathan Taylor. It's a scary thing to say, but I think I would.
I have a lot of
his
shares
overs.
of him on DFS today because he's only 7,000 on FanDuel. So I'm plugging that.
That's a screaming deal.
So I have a lot of shares of him today, just like probably the rest of the world.
How about you, Casey?
Oh yeah, I'm all on the Jonathan Taylor team.
Coach?
I got to be honest with you. I mean, a good running game and a tailback that is gashing people is a coach's best friend. And I don't. I mean, ask yourself. You're looking at the Colts roster. When you're looking at that, what are the weapons you're going to go to? I mean, it's your first game as a coach. What else can you do? I mean, literally, is anybody expecting him to come out and run the oop-de-oop? I mean, he's going to hand it off to the guy, the bell cow.
Yeah, you
Perfect.
got pass catchers, but you don't have anybody who can throw it to him, really.
Exactly.
So,
do you
genuine
really
consensus this
trust
week.
Sam Iinger or whoever it is this week?
Whoever.
Yeah.
And I'll shoot up back there and throw it 5 yards better than he can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
any quarterback from Texas is not a quarterback I want on my team.
Jonathan
I said
Taylor
it.
might
I
be
said
the
it
best
out loud.
player on the field when they're on offense. What else we got? Jeff Wilson.
All right, so we got – yep, you got it.
Jeff Wilson, McLaurin, Ayuk, or St. Brown for the flex. I love Amon-Ra St. Brown today.
You only get one of them. Man, that's a heck of a problem to have right
That's
there,
a nice
Chet.
little squad you got there, Chet.
We won in that league next year, so you have a spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least league doesn't get turned down like ours last week and forced to drop all our hard-earned work, huh, guys? At the trenches, right?
That was a little rough.
Yep.
R.I.P. Jordan's roster. He was busy at the moment, so he didn't get anybody.
So does everybody like Ahmad St.
yeah.
Brown here?
He's on St. Brown, man. I
We
think
need
so.
detractors. Okay.
Coach?
Decision.
No, I like St. Brown. I do like McLaren a little bit too, but I think I would go with St. Brown.
The Scottish Lassie. Is that a Scottish accent? I don't know how to do one of those.
It was close.
But
Scottish.
McLaurin always makes me think of that.
Terry McLaurin.
Yes, that's it.
That's how you gotta do it. Just
Yeah,
say it.
Heather, I think
You gotta
trade
be a
Herbert.
little sing-songy about it. So I should just trade Herbert. Yeah, if you can find the person who has Keenan Allen and see if you can trade Herbert to them. A package deal though.
Or if you're
Throw
the
in
guy
a-
like me that has both of them, you're screwed.
Keenan and Mike.
Yep.
Coach is here. It's a party now. Jonas, shout out. I got one more question. Was it my last before Carr or Russ or get someone?
For Carr or Russ or get someone on waivers. Who's available on waivers that one could pick up right now? I think Derek Carr is going to chuck it to Mac Hollins and Devontae Adams.
I'm gonna say this on air. It's a little embarrassing. I'm starting Russell Wilson today. It's I have Russell and Rodgers.
That is a wild thing to say into a microphone that people can hear.
I'm starting Russell. I pure accident. I'm starting Russell too in the trenches because I got
That
sucked.
could possibly be played back.
Yeah, stop.
This is disgusting.
I never thought I'd be benching Aaron Rodgers. But
It's time.
It's time.
What?
It's time.
I
can't
see
even-
Daniel
I can't even
Jones
hear
on
that
the-
without logically asking. Are you willing to trade him right now? Because I gladly will never sit Aaron Rodgers on the bench, and he's better than anything I've got in my school.
Yeah, I'll trade him right now.
All right, firing it to you.
RELAX. You can have him.
Yep.
Send,
All right.
Got you.
send the bag of kicking tees to Hartford, Wisconsin, 53027.
But out of the two, Carr or Russ, I'm probably going to start Russ. You got to do it pretty fast, though. They're about to kick off.
Yep. I wouldn't mind Daniel Jones either. He could have a decent day against.
Is he available? If anybody
He's the
else
only
is
guy-
available,
He's the only guy I see on the wire that I would really start over either one of them.
Well, I
The
can
next
tell you,
guy-
I ran him
Daniel
out there
Jones
2
and
weeks
Goff.
ago, and he was garbage. And then I thought, well, he's a second half guy, and then he turned into hot garbage. So
look at this.
That part before the break, before the bye week, he was horrible. The one before that, he had his best game of the year, and then he's been kind of consistent. But that's what you get with Danny. You know,
you never know. You never know.
Chet's over
I'm
here
dealing with
taking
this
over.
Murray deal. This Murray situation is about to drive me nuts. Just Cliff, just make the call.
Yeah, man.
It's stupid. They know right now.
Yeah, they're playing mind games. I think he said that.
Man, it's Vegas, man. Right away.
Yeah.
Oh, he can get Tannehill, the Red Rocket, or Brissett on waivers right now.
Listen, out of all that, that's pretty disgusting. But I think I might go with Brissett. Think about it. He has probably the better matchup, right?
Yeah.
Brissett's got, he's got Watson coming in pretty soon. He probably wants to put a couple good games on tape, maybe get himself some future work.
Hey, him and Amari Cooper. Hey, him and Amari Cooper have been automatic. All right, in the last 3 years, Amari hasn't been on a rise. So I know he lost Njoku, which was a big part of his offense. But I think he has might have the better matchup in the sense of coverage wise, because Miami can't cover jack. That's why their other games are high scoring. So that I'm just looking at it from that perspective.
See, the good thing about back to the Murray situation is if you're going to trot out Jones, he's the early game, he's the early window at noon. Then you got Murray at the late window. So you're still, man, I just have a hard time putting Murray on the bench for Jones. But I mean, God.
Well, when Kyler has a little bit of a hamstring, he does not run, and that's his whole value. Did you see the audio that got caught on the sidelines I believe it's for the Hard Knocks that they're filming in season? D-Hop is done with this shit. He's yelling at him, "What are you doing out there? What are you looking at? I'm trying to win this fucking game. Throw me the ball," is the conversation that he's having with his number one receiver. So not great, Bob. Already back 2 weeks. Not
he put
great.
little Keyshawn Johnson there back in the day, huh? Throw me the damn ball. Remember that?
You block, Jeff.
That's right.
Do your
Throw
job.
your ball.
Oh, should we get into this? What time is it? It's 8:18. Our collegiate correspondent Morgan Jones will be joining us soon to give us some various weather reports and other information. Very exciting stuff. Patriots sports family growing every day. Wow, Chris, wrong kind of rake today.
Yeah, he was talking about the debacle I have at quarterback, I think, on my Dynasty League. And it is absolutely a debacle. And I stuck myself in it, being bullish on Rodgers. And it's just who I am. And I'm over it. I'm finally over it. You got me off of him.
I made a large error, I think, in the Dynasty League. I had a decent team with Josh Allen and Nick Chubb and Saquon Barkley, but I don't have the wide receivers, and Kyle Pitts is letting me down. So I'm like, I don't have the horses. It's winner take all. Let's sell. Sold a bunch. I traded Chubb. I traded Saquon for Pickens, a first and a second. I feel good, or Olave, a first and a second. I feel good about that. But what I should have done is gotten CMC from Chris and gone for it and lived my life. But
well, I just went out and got or am working on getting Mixon. So it'll be CMC, Eckler, and Mixon in my flex, and I'm just gonna go run for it.
There you go. Yeah,
if I can get something for Aaron Rodgers from Coach that's usable, maybe.
Now I'm sitting here with 423 first, just daydreaming about Bijan Robinson and Smith and Jigba on my team next year. It's bottom out for Bijan time.
Jonah wants to know the thoughts on Chris's Russell pick. The thoughts are he's trash, and I'm trash for starting him. But I just didn't have a choice.
Look, it looked good preseason. It was a good idea.
Well, I didn't draft him. I drafted him 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He was good when I got Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson. I had a good quarterback room in my Dynasty League. But it was the gum. It's Pete Carroll's gum. He didn't.
He's an alien himself.
It's crazy. As I'm accepting trade offers for my favorite players in the world, I'm like, how did we get here? The Dynasty team goes from I'm going to win it all to fire sale by week 6.
And that's this entire season. Like that's what this season has been. The best players have been absolutely terrible.
Totally
horrible.
All my fantasy teams are below 500. This shit never happens. I have a team with Lamar Jackson, Saquon Barkley, Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave, and Kyle Pitts. That's why we're 2-6 or 3-6 or whatever the hell we are.
Kyle Pitts, cursed there, man. You love that guy.
Man, I'm keeping him on the Dynasty squad though. I'm sticking with him until he's good. Speaking of 3-6, the Jaguars 3-6 going to play the 6-2 Chiefs in Arrowhead. That sounds like a daunting task. McKinnon has multiple injuries. He's got like a elbow, a shoulders, knees, and toes. He's unlikely to play, which could boost Pacheco and CEH up to borderline usable. Kelsey, I found out, I was listening to the PFF nerds this morning. Kelsey gets to line up against a dude named Devin White, allegedly a coverage linebacker for the Jaguars, but he has absolutely no chance of covering Kelsey. These nerds say he's the worst. And this matchup, Kelsey has a 53.3% matchup advantage, which is the highest on the slate for today. I don't know what that means, but I think it means that Kelsey's going to kick this guy's ass and probably put up like 100 yards today.
He should. What do you think Tony, who's been a complete disappointment and a question mark all year, is going to do this week, second week of knowing the offense, and then also the fact that Hardman is out, so you got to have same type of player, right? You could use him on the do some swings, whatever. What you call that? Some arounds. I'm confusing my term.
Coach, get on that end arounds.
School is sweep.
They just got off the bye. That whole bye week, he was in there immersing himself in the playbook, probably learning all these plays. Andy Reid knew Hardman wasn't going to go. He knew McKinnon wasn't going to go last week, probably. So I'm excited about Kadarius Toney. You know what? I'm going to get a Kadarius Toney first touchdown bet in. I think maybe they got some packages they're going to show us right away.
That's what I'm thinking. It's a very, very small odds there because he hasn't shown anything this year. And let's see. I mean, the kid, we know he has a talent. It's just I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I wonder what the odds are on old Kadarius Toney. There's probably some hype on him. I bet it's about 15-1. If you parlay Kelsey 10 catches and 102 yards, you get plus 650. I put the touchdown in there too. That only bumped it up to plus 700. So I don't like touchdowns are not a sticky stat, as they say. They're difficult to predict. So I try to leave them out of parlays when possible, but it's always difficult for me because as soon as I see that number getting bigger, I'm like, well, why don't we go 2 touchdowns, right? He can score 1, he can score 2. This Saints-Steelers game, I think, is going to be a bit of a shootout. We got 2 bad secondaries. I saw Minkah Fitzpatrick's going to be out for extended time. I don't know what the injury is, but Chris Olave should be able to run wild on them boys. And then you got George Pickens, Claypool out of town, another team coming off the bye. All the fantasy bros are talking about the post-bye rookie bump where these rookies come out after a bye week and really show out. Pickens receiving yards are set at 43.5. That's crazy. That's just downright laughable. I think we parlay 5 catches and 55 yards. We get like 3-1 on that, but definitely take the over 43. Olave 63.5. You think he goes over that, Elio?
Man, with Andy Dalton, it's like you said, 1 week he'll go for like 4 touchdowns, and the other week he'll just completely disappear. But it's a Pittsburgh Steelers defense. If Fitzpatrick is out, 63, I'll go with the over. I'll go crazy on that one. I'll go with the over. He's the one who's got to get all the. I mean, Thomas is out for the year. We don't know what kind of state of mind Mr. Kamara is after all the buzz about his video. So.
Yeah, that video coming out really shook his life up, I'm sure. He's losing a little bit of sleep over that. You don't even need the touchdowns. I found a nice little yardage parlay for these two. You don't even need the touchdown. You just take Olave 94 yards and Pickens 96 yards. That's going to give you 12 times the money you bet. I mean, come on. That's how you survive in Brandon's America. That's the only way I can buy name brand cereal is if these guys fucking perform on Sunday.
Not impossible.
Did you guys see the rookie rankings that came out this week? The rookie rankings of, I think Gardner was at the top, but old number 2 there was Olave. And I think that when you look at their offensive game plan, it's got to be. I mean, what else? You've got Kamara, who's obviously you're going to try to feed early, but when it comes to passing game, he's the guy. He's there. He's the guy that's been. I mean, I think that's a pretty good thing against a beat up secondary there from the Steelers. I think you're safe there. 63 over. I like that. I even think you might catch a couple tugs today.
I like that. Hey, Eric, listen, I got a question on the call to text hotline here at HQ from the little brother. All right,
the red phone.
Yeah, the younger brother, Trigva, debating if I should start Elijah Mitchell, Latavius Murray, or Daryl Henderson Jr. Both my main RBs are on bye, so I'm using one of those three and Najee Harris.
I think step one is we take Darrell Henderson out because Kyron Williams is back off the injured reserve and he could get a large workload. McVay has shown in the past that if you're capable, he'll just give you the ball and only give you the ball. So if Kyron Williams comes out and starts hot, I think Henderson could just be on the bench. Who are our other two? I already forgot.
Is he in a 20-team league? That's a terrible option. All of those terrible.
Elijah Mitchell, Latavius Murray.
Tough choices because Elijah Mitchell is coming back from injury in an offense that CMC is heading it now. Even though I think if you're going to be a running back, you want to be a running back in that particular scheme, right? With Shanahan, but not maybe the first week off. That's because I have Elijah Mitchell. I drafted him, before way back when,
before all of it.
Debo's back too. Does that worry you?
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's just less touches.
Yeah, maybe in a week or two. I think he's a startable flex, bye week kind of guy. I don't know about the first week though, man. It's tough.
How about Latavius Murray?
I mean, I would just go get a tetanus shot after this.
That Titans run defense is pretty tough.
That's ugly.
So, do you start Darrell Henderson and just say he's going to get the best option out of the three?
You may have to because he's going to start, right? He's going to be the starter, right? He's going to be the only one. And all three are equally as bad, but I would go with Darrell and risk it all.
Peruse the wire.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what happens on bye weeks. You're going to take an L here and there.
Dude, apocalypse is real. Yeah.
It is.
Last week was rough. Mahomes and Herbert off. Last week was rough. All right.
Eric, Morgan's
Yes. Our collegiate correspondent, Morgan Jones, is here. How are you this morning, Morgan? How's the college life treating you?
It's all right.
That's the best.
All right.
Get.
It's all right.
That's dorm living on a Sunday morning, baby.
That's I remember those days.
Did you set an alarm this morning? Did you set an alarm this morning?
Yeah.
Absolutely, you did. Absolutely.
Oh,
gonna get off here and hit the meal plan. Is that what's on tap for the day?
Well, that's at 11. If I get off here early, I'm gonna take a nap.
Meal plan at 11. Yes. Oh,
Coach is living vicariously through Morgan.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a good day. And hit the snooze bar, get up, hit the meal plan at 11. I bet you go to. I bet at your college they've got a soft serve ice cream machine that fires off at 11, doesn't it?
They have scoop your own ice cream.
Oh, even better.
Can't possibly be out of order.
What the
coach flavors?
Hey, Coach, Coach, you have one in college. You're all giddy. She's living bougie.
Oh, First
Morgan
off,
is grinding.
My daughter's too good for the meal plan. I'm sure she's ordering some kind of takeout on a credit card of some sort at 27% interest. That's probably what's going on.
DoorDash is a killer, dude.
My daughter is she's different level. There's levels to this game, and she's on a different level. We don't even want to get into that hornet's nest.
Coach, should I plan for because I already got tuition covered, right? We're working on books and all that kind of stuff. But do I need to work on a freaking expense for delivery services and all that kind of stuff? I'm 2 years away before my kid goes to college, so I don't know.
I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. What you start doing is you just start taking her to places. Start taking her to places that you would never go to.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Set the bar low. Set it real low. Because
junior college, you have a tech school around there. Let her tour that every day.
Let her tour that. Start, looking into something like that. That's
we don't have
people that are going to be running the
here
world.
in South Florida, man. So I cannot take her there like I used to go when I was a kid.
Hey, what do we got, Eric?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to sports. Morgan's here. Morgan's prepared for us some weather reports. She's taking that off my plate, and also she's just going to be better at delivering them. Morgan, we got some games in the Midwest today. The Bears and Lions, and then the Packers are playing later, I think, too. Chicago, Windy City. Is it going to be windy?
About 11 miles per hour winds, yeah.
All right. You know what I learned? I learned Chicago is called the Windy City, not because of actual wind, but because of the blowhard politicians that come from there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
True story.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm. What kind of temps we got down in Chicago? Is it going to be freezing cold? Is there anything to worry about?
Yeah, it's going to be about 40. Ooh. So above freezing, but it's also going to be sunny, so that's going to help a little bit.
It's not bad for Chicago time.
No, as John Madden calls that's good hitting weather. That's good hitting weather. What about Florida? Florida's going to be what?
So
humidity?
Much nicer. No, but it's so much nicer. 82.
I was out of my backyard this morning. It felt hot though. It felt hotter than 82, and it was like 8:30. So.
Oh boy. But
sounds...
yeah, there's about 20% chance of rain with 9-mile-an-hour winds.
Florida. Maybe we get a second HQ down by Elio.
Hey,
that sounds pretty good. 82. It was like 42 when I walked outside this morning.
Oh, man, that's the
It
reason
was
why
6 degrees when I walked outside this morning.
18 years ago, my man, never looked back.
Never looked back. I know that's right.
Where the hell are you that it's 6 degrees?
I'm in Laramie, Wyoming.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, man, it's cold.
Oh.
The real windy city.
He's up there in Yellowstone country.
Yes.
Speaking
sir.
of that, big Yellowstone tonight.
Big Yellowstone tonight. I'm so
2
hyped.
hours
Wait a second. There's a new. I mean, you guys are gonna kill me, but there's a new season
tonight.
2 hours.
Tonight's the premiere.
Yep.
This is like finding a 50 in a pair of jeans.
Yep.
It's not even a 20. It's a full 50.
Yes. Yes. A 2-hour
8 to
episode.
10.
That's a 50.
If you guys are finding 50s in your jeans, man, you got to really look back at your financials, managing there, man, because you can't be leaving that much cash in the pants, maybe, if you're going to the wash. You know what I'm saying?
What are you doing? What are you doing carrying $50 cash anyway? It's all digital money now, just so they can turn it off. What else we got? We got some games in the Northeast, in the New England area. What do we got? We got Vikings at Bills. And Texans at Giants. I think those are 2 different times, or are they early games? I'm not sure.
They're both at 12, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Vikings going to be around like low 40s. Giants around 54.
Dome team going outside.
Nice.
Good weather all around.
Yeah. Nice football weather today.
We got any bad weather? Any games with bad weather? Any situations?
Well, the
where we're
Vikings,
looking-
there's like flurries of snow possibly.
Where's that?
Vikings versus Buffalo.
Ooh, I like that. And the wind's going to be high?
14.
14 miles an hour. Ooh.
That's just enough. Like 20 starts to really affect the passing game. So you get a couple gusts in there.
What's up, Commish is in the house. What is good, America's team? He has talked about the Miami Dolphins. He has absolutely relabeled that team. And I'll go for it because I hate the Cowboys. I just hate them.
Hey,
hate them.
3.5 is I'm down with that 3.5.
I'm going to throw up tonight. If we lose today, I'm going to puke, but it's probably going to happen.
Oh, man. We're going to. Oh,
Snow
man.
in Buffalo today. Look, you got them all worked up.
I was looking, and also, even though Allen's going to start, he's banged up. So I think that offense is gonna struggle. I would go. What do you guys think? I think the under is 30. Over under is 39.5. What do you guys think of that?
Yeah, I think it could go over that, right? It's 2 NFL teams.
I know.
They play good football.
Josh Allen is my boy. Josh Allen came from Wyoming. He's a Wyoming boy at heart. I will never bet against Josh Allen.
No, we have Josh. If you have Josh Allen, you have a great shot at winning that league.
Absolutely.
And, Chet says, Yellowstone, let's go. That's a shout out for Casey and Laramie.
All right. We just discovered that this is a very pro Yellowstone podcast.
Never watched it. Sorry, guys.
It's a great show. It's a great show.
It's worth a watch.
It's like Cowboy Mafia.
I'm watching Warriors One right now. You know what I'm saying? In Netflix. That's kind of my speed.
You're watching
I don't know.
what?
I've just
Warrior None. I don't know if you ever watched that. That's kind of my speed.
Okay.
Warrior None.
All right.
that sounds like my kind of shit. I like it. I like him.
All right.
That sounds like something to come out of Coach's mouth for sure. He
That's
says
exactly right.
Get out of his mouth.
Hey, I'm off. I have one more week, and then I'm off for a solid week. And I've got a lot of schoolwork to do, so I'm going to try to get caught up on that and Netflix at the same time, because sometimes they fusion together in some creative greatness that I fire in there and get some pretty high scores on. So, I might check into that Warrior None. I'm telling you.
Chet's got to catch the Yellowstone replays. Go check out Sports Scramble. That's Chet and the boys over there.
All right.
They have a podcast. They're legit. All right, what else we got, Morgan?
In Philadelphia, it's about 51, cloudy with 24% chance of rain, with 16-mile-an-hour winds.
Oh,
Ooh.
watch the field goals.
Yeah, that'll mess with some kicks. These kickers can't hardly make kicks in
They're
perfect
different.
conditions.
Yes, they're different.
What's the problem there? I don't
They
know.
get paid guaranteed money. They should
Yep.
They got one job. I'll tell you that. They got one damn job.
You
One
get
job.
paid per field goal.
Yep.
You're gonna get me fired up about them.
Per
One
field goal
job.
made.
Yeah, exactly.
If I would have played football, I would have been a kicker. Because genetically, background, I'm not that tall. Even though I'm not South American, I played baseball all my life and basketball, but I probably have a good leg. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I probably get it up there 50, 55.
Yeah. Elio, the grammatica of the airwaves.
Go, baby. You have the Cuban grammatica, all right? The leg. Tiny leg, but leg.
I like it. You know, the thing for the Vikings, I wish Angela was still here. The thing for the Vikings are that they've got to be fired up about is that game's not flexed to prime time. Because Kirk does not do well in prime time. But the fact that it's a noon game, it actually, that gives them a shot with a beat up Allen. Gives them a shot. Run the ball today. Run the ball, Vikings. Run the damn ball. Run the ball, shorten the game.
They
have enough to run it with both Madison and Cook, right? I mean, they should. They have
feed
the horse.
Those guys. Take it out of Kirk's hands. Feed those guys. Kill the clock. That's the way you're going to win that game. And by the way, also the way you win most games.
Yep.
Look at Tom Brady's team. The reason why they're struggling because Kane run the heck out of the ball, man. Leonard Fournette is like non-existent. Whoever they have,
running game is the offense's best friend.
Hey, for all of our fantasy listeners, are we going to try Rachaad White today?
I am.
He's about to take that over, right, Eric?
I think it's almost Rachaad White time. That's what they're saying. That's what the fantasy bros are saying. I mean, look at LeGarrette Blunt. Leonard Fournette is averaging 2.8 yards per carry. You can't have that. I mean, the Rachaad White kid just looks better. He can catch the ball a little bit. Fournette's proven himself in the passing game, but Rachaad White, his receptions are set at 2.5. The over is plus 114. I love that. When we get the breakout game, I think it's going to be 5 or 6 catches for Rachaad White. So that could be this week.
Well, and let's not forget that Fournette's not a young pup. He's not a young man.
No, and he's had problems since LSU.
We're getting down the stretch of the season. That's one of those things, especially when you start getting down the stretch and it gets to be outside in the weather, things start looking a little bit different.
Yep.
That's true. When you get down to those cold areas, right?
Yep.
And, those hits hurt a lot more than they do when it's warm in Tampa.
Well, and Friday night football here, it started snowing. We had all the kinds of first round of playoff games, and you had weathermen on there. Oh, this has got to be so much fun for those kids. And I was thinking to myself, this is a guy who's never played before, because let me just tell you, it's fun for about 5 or 10 minutes. It's a different animal. It's a different animal for somebody who's never been in it. It's different.
Listen, Coach, I could imagine. I played high school baseball, right, in New York, right? So when you start playing in April, you got some 40-degree weather days. And when you play the team on the beach, standing in that outfield, just standing there, sucks. The wind, 55, 45 degrees, horrible. You get hit the wrong way when you hit the baseball and the barrel of the bat. All of a sudden, you're like in the wrist. All of a sudden, you're like everything hurts.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I could imagine getting hit by a guy coming 30 miles an hour.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what's happening, but I heard the word baseball. I got to get in here. Morgan, we want to let you get your nap before meal plan time, but before you go, can you just give us a concise rundown, because we're sort of ADD over here. We jump all over the place. Can you give us the concise rundown of the weather conditions today in our areas?
In our areas, well, by Chicago around 40, New York around, I don't know, average about 55, I would say. Obviously Florida, 80 something, 82, maybe higher, who knows. And then all the way in Munich, I see the Seahawks and Bucks playing.
Yep.
It's about
Munich.
55.
Munich, international weather.
She comes with a Munich weather report.
She's bringing the heat.
You kidding me?
You're not getting that on Fox.
No.
You're not getting that on CBS. That's coming out
ESPN
of
is
the
probably
dorm room.
talking about affirmative action right now.
8:40 a.m. Munich weather. Right here, PSR.
Right.
See what we did? We cut her off again. All right, what else we got, Morgan?
Well, over there it seems pretty nice. There's like no chance of rain. Mile an hour is like 7.
What's the
Philadelphia
beer?
again.
The beer temperature in Munich right now.
34.
Yeah,
Solid 29 coming out of
Actually,
the tap.
no. They drink their beer room temp over there.
I was
they
gonna
do.
say, do they drink warm beer like in
Yeah,
England and
it's
stuff?
disgusting.
Yeah. That's terrible.
Disgusting.
Oh,
This
No
young
way.
lady wouldn't know anything about that because she's
I was just
studying
gonna
weather.
Morgan, you drink warm beer? That's gross, right?
No, I don't
Ugh.
drink warm beer.
No.
no.
Cold beer.
Cold beer.
Baby.
Cold beer.
Cold beer.
29 out of the
Rodeo
tap in
cold beer.
OKC. Anywhere you go.
Sorry, we got on the road. My bad.
Best kind of beer is a free beer. Second best kind of beer is a cold beer.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Tell you what, Casey, you're going to fit in just fine. All right. Thank you, Morgan.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us. We will definitely see you next week. If that's okay with you, we're just going to make this a regular thing.
Perfect.
Awesome. Enjoy your nap and your meal plan and the rest of your Sunday.
All right.
Hit you some
thank
nuggets. Hit you some
Yep.
dad's pocketbook nuggets.
Ah!
All
Nugget!
right.
God, what a life.
Oh, right?
man.
Living the dream.
That's great, man. I missed that shit. Even though I didn't go away to college because most of my college was local. But I remember being hungover on Sundays in my room. Yeah,
Angela says in the Tampa game, there's a 100% chance of Brady domination. I don't know about that. It depends what
Hey,
kind
have
of
you been talking
flurries
to
are
Will?
going on in his bloodstream.
You've been talking to Will, Angela?
She's been
Right.
talking to Will.
Yep.
Angela, what's the percentage chance your Vikings pull off a W today? Let's talk about that.
Ooh, it's not. I think the Vikings have beaten Skylar Thompson and they beat Andy Dalton, and maybe they're not as good as everybody thinks.
No, they're not.
They are who we thought they were.
That's what she said.
Here's a crazy thought about Kirk Cousins, right? This year, he's been playing to the level of his opposition. So when he plays bad team, he plays bad. They still win. You thinking when he plays a good team, he's going to elevate his game to that particular opposition level? It's right. I mean, I'm just throwing those crazy ass theories out there.
Yeah. Hey, Angela's saying 110% chance Vikings win. She's on the Vikes today. And
She's
why
on Kirk
wouldn't she
Cousins
be?
MVP.
She went ahead and waited out with the Cousins MVP early and often this season. She planted that tree and it's just
What
harvesting.
the heck, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I'm just excellence, and nobody can handle my stuff.
You like that?
Just a big, hairy, Mary whipping machine.
Yep.
He says lock it up.
Necklaces on.
Hey, what do you think of Hawk prep today? Hawkinson prepped, prop bet today. Because
I think Hawkinson has another big day. He's facing one of the absolute worst
That's right.
defenses against the tight end. What are they, 31st or 32nd?
They don't have a running back over there anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, could I possibly get Angela to lock in a 1-unit bet on this? Because I'll gladly take the Buffalo Bills today.
Just straight up.
Yeah,
money
straight
line.
up
Who
for the
wins
dub.
game?
I'll take it, Angela. If you want to put in the chats, I'd like to lock that in right now. Anyhow, move on.
One
Sorry.
burrito.
1 unit bet. One unit.
One burrito versus one fish fry.
That's it.
No, guys, it's funny. I'm getting some tweets right now. These guys in Germany are drinking like a full pitcher. All right.
Oh, no doubt.
Yo, this is
Oh my god.
No doubt.
This is beautiful, man. Look at that. I mean, it's hard.
Oh,
awesome.
nice.
They don't mess around over there.
That's my
No,
kind
they
of
do
game
not.
right there. I need to go to Germany again.
Probably hitting some form of German Molson.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not drinking IPAs. I'll tell you that much.
No. IPA stands for it's pretty awful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's talk about this Cardinals-Rams game, Coach. Kyron Williams activated, like we said. John Wolford in for Stafford, who has a concussion. Wolford, I got an alarm going off. It's probably telling me to do some kind of football thing. John Wolford, in 2020, he had a start, and he threw it 38 times. So I think McVay will be willing to throw the ball. Unfortunately, I don't see any props related to pass attempts or pass completions. But what if McVay is secretly a little bit relieved that he's got a quarterback who can throw it more than 15 yards without dying?
Well, I mean, it's the same thing. That the line can protect the quarterback. Doesn't matter who's back there. I think its outcomes might be the same as Stafford. That's a problem. That line cannot protect their quarterbacks. That's why their running game is also as awful as it is. They can't run the ball either because they can open up any holes.
Well, people forget Arizona has a guy named J.J. Watt that's kind of goodish.
You know, he's all right.
He still gets some. He still gets some ass.
He still plays a little football. Do you think Kyler's inability to run will cost them this game, Coach, or can they beat the Rams with him throwing from the pocket?
You know, I would have said earlier this year, no way, but I'll tell you what, D-Hop is he's really been money for them. Yep. And he will torch a secondary. He will torch a secondary, and he will have 100 by half before you know it if you don't get a hold of him. If they give him some time, you know, the Rams both teams are a little bit beat up here. Murray, I just want to know if he's starting. If Murray doesn't start and we have the battle of the backups, this is going to get ugly real quick. I don't, you know, who's the better backup?
What do you got? Colt McCoy on the other hand? Colt McCoy will be the backup for
another Texas quarterback. I'm out.
I'm out.
Another Texas quarterback. I'm out.
I'm out.
Let me see. Kyler Murray, a game time decision.
So
Buda
what?
Baker questionable.
holding
Buda
on to
Baker
that
is
card.
questioning whether he wants to play for this team anymore because they got no fucking heart.
Hey, what is his national ranking on that video game he likes? That'll tell us like if he's been practicing or if he's been playing video games.
Is it a double XP weekend too?
Yeah.
Oh,
He doesn't perform well when there's new games coming out or double experience points. I don't know how you blow a hamstring playing vids, but he pulled it off. Maybe
Well,
he's got the
same dude that says he doesn't need to watch film.
That's right.
No. He said, I just see so much out there, like as it's happening, that I don't really need to watch film.
Well,
I'm fucking football clairvoyant, bro.
Somebody from the dadgum Cardinals organization should have stepped in on that and said, hey, listen, I don't care if you think it. I don't care if that's actually what you do. Don't ever say that again. Don't ever say that.
Absolutely.
How do you coach a guy like that? I mean, what do you do with him?
You
already paid him.
But well, let's be honest. He is a generational talent. The dude is skilled, and he is a video game type player. But you have to, with that comes a little bit of, and I was surprised to hear that kind of thing from him because he's a pretty down to earth dude, really. You know, when he was at Oklahoma, he's a pretty quiet guy. Of course, he came on the heels of Baker, so anybody would have been pretty quiet there. But you know, he's that offense there. They've got. I've said this from day one. They've got problems, and they've got problems that start with their head coach, which I think is terrible. I think he is the issue there, and I think that if you were to put Kyler Murray with, I mean, here's a scenario for you. Let's go ahead and take a go ahead and take a Bill Parcells and put Kyler Murray playing for him and see what you think.
Oh yeah,
that deal.
Or Tom Coughlin, right? Or Tom
Coughlin. I mean,
back.
any of these guys that are a little bit structured, and I think things look a lot different. And if they don't look a lot different, at least they know how to cater to a guy like that. You know, I think that Cliff just lets him run amok.
Yeah,
that's why they hired Cliff. And you notice all these young hirings, they want to kind of cater to that kind of mentality. Oh, it hurt
players, coaches.
You can go too far with the players coach.
I think you're exactly right. And that's why Cliff is there, because
you know who I love, Coach, that kind of rides that line perfectly is Mike Tomlinson. I love that guy over in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he's a players coach, but he's also a hard ass.
Like well, he keeps his team squared away.
He kept Antonio Brown and
do.
Juju Smith-Schuster and Le'Veon Bell.
I was going to say,
on
don't
track
forget Lev
and
Bell,
playing
he's
football at the same time.
And he like stops and takes in like the neighborhoods around him and stuff. Like he'll just get out of his car and be like, kids need to stop. Yeah.
Yeah, we had that story on Patriot Sports Radio. He saw two kids fighting in the street. He got out of his car. So, what y'all doing? And then he brought them to practice and had them run drills and shit. And I bet they're not robbing stores right now.
He has the right
push-ups.
That's the thing. He has the right balance for this kind of new generation. He's still going to bring the structure and the mentality where this is your job, son. You need to kind of follow this right here. What you need to do. At the same time, I'm going to worry a little bit about you. You know, go ahead and tell me how you're feeling today. I'm going to play you that way. But at the end of the day, man,
you're accountable.
This is what you're accountable for your actions. I'm going to make you accountable. I'm going to make you a better player. But you got to give me something. It's kind of like managing a little bit. So the guy he's one of those rare gems. Look, Sean McVay the same way. Kind of a little bit players kind of coach. new generation, young guy, but also has structure. So this is the thing: when the coach have structure and I want to make sure my players feel okay over the system itself, then we have problems. And I think that's what Clinsbury right now is way over his head in this.
Yeah, you have like Cliff Kingsbury over here and Bill Belichick over here, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's the
two
spectrum.
Extremes. Yeah.
Tomlin is closer to he's if Dangerous Minds was a football movie. That's Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Cowboys at Packers, the 6-2
God,
Cowboys coming into Lambeau to take on the 3-6 Packers. Devondre Campbell, the guy with the green dot on the back of his helmet, he's out. Rashawn Gary, the probably, I'm prepared to say, best player on the team, he's out for the season with an ACL. Middle of the field is going to be wide open. Stokes left the last game on crutches. Old man Dalton Schultz is going to have a fucking field day. If they put CeeDee Lamb in the slot, I mean, it's going to be 150. Otherwise, Michael Gallup, I don't know. We're in trouble. The only hope we have is Jerry Jones loves Ezekiel Elliott, and he's going to absolutely insist that he gets the ball a bunch of times.
That'll be wrong, man. He has gotten the ball a bunch of times over Pollard, and Pollard still is out rushing him. I mean, it's insane.
Pollard has so much more juice. I've been looking for a Pollard over longest rush prop all week or all weekend. They always post every player has a longest reception, longest rush attempt. They haven't posted one for Pollard yet. I think that's downright unethical.
Yeah, he has 28 more attempts than Pollard, and Pollard has about 80 more yards than he does, 83 more yards than he does. It's and one more touchdown. And Pollard and he gets all the goal line work.
And
that's what bugs me. Pollard gets him down there, and Zeke gets the glory.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. And look what he did the week before the bye when Zeke was out. I mean, the guy killed it. I mean, I know he was playing a weak team, but he killed it. I mean, he was doing everything. I mean,
he was totally gassed, he said after the game. About 14 carries is all he can handle, but you got to give him those 14. What were you saying, Casey, before I cut you right off?
Oh, it's all good. And even bad running backs look great against the Packers, so it doesn't matter. They could start me out there at running back, and I would go off for 150 yards today.
Yeah, I'm 40. I can give you 75 and a touchdown.
Hey, dude, that's a great prop bet, bro. How many yards can Casey go for against the Packers?
Give me this guy rides bulls. He's going over 100 easy.
Yeah, he's getting banged up by bulls, baby. This alignment ain't shit to this kid right here.
Dalton Schultz receptions are set at 4.5. I think I like the over even at 4.5. You get plus odds on that. His receiving yards are 35.5. That seems like a joke. His games with Dak, he goes over 50 pretty much every time if he's healthy. Which it seems like he is mostly.
I'll tell you what, when Dak was out, gosh, that guy sure suffered.
Yeah.
I mean, they took his page right out of the playbook. Rush didn't even look at it. I mean, he was a non-factor. He was probably a top 5, top 6 tight end in the league. And then when Rush came in, it just turned off like a faucet. Now that Dak's back, you kind of hope that he picks it up. But again, we're down the stretch in the season, and you got to wonder how beat up these guys actually are. So it'll be interesting, but I don't think they're going to need him because I'm with you guys. The Packers give up 100 yards rushing to anybody. So anybody they bring off the bus, they can't stop anybody.
No. What do you think about Dak completions over 21.5? That seems like a low number. I think he's going to throw what is that? 5 completions a quarter plus a couple. I think he can do that.
Honestly, I like the Schultz yards over on the for a prop bet, and that's not a bad one to mix it with 21.5 over on completion for Dak.
Oh yeah, I bet you get 2.5 to 1 on something like that.
Well, my question to you guys is I mean I love that, but except for how much offense do you think Green Bay is going to muster today? I mean, that's
how much
the
will
question.
Dallas need to throw?
How many points do you think Green Bay is going to put up today?
I think they're projected for less than 20, like way less than 20.
I guess I missed it. Is Jones healthy? Or
they say he's gonna play. He looked pretty rough.
Yeah, that's shocking.
I'm not sure
to be
feel
honest.
great
I don't
about
know.
that.
No.
Yeah, and I say this every week. It just boggles my mind why A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones are not used in the same way that Pollard and Zeke are. Week after week. I mean, Thunder guys can just ram it down the middle. Goal line position. Aaron Jones can catch it. Aaron Jones can as well. I mean, as athletic, man, and gifted as Swift, Cook, all these guys. I don't get this. So it's not just it's mind-boggling week after week.
I've been saying this for 3 or 4 weeks now. Is there's absolutely no reason why there isn't colossal run sets factored into the coaching plan and the offense. Why there is not, and I'm not, again, there's creative ways to do it. There's creative ways to get, and I'm not talking about RPO stuff. I'm talking about just straight up power football. We're going to run it off tackle and stop it if you want. And I think that, the NFL is a league where that needs to come back. We've gotten too far out and too cute with things. It's time to bring that back. But yeah, I totally agree with you. The running game in Green Bay, it should be this source of greatness, but because of Rodgers, we don't allow it to take off, and I don't understand that.
And that's the reason. You also have a Hall of Fame quarterback who's been multiple MVPs that could execute those kind of plays better than Cooper Rush, for Pete's sake, who was doing it with Dallas and Zeke when Dak was out. So again, it's just a matter of something has to give.
Nothing opens up the passing game like a great running game.
Exactly.
I mean, third and short becomes manageable, and now all of a sudden we have Rodgers, who those things that he loves to go down the field. Now we have a Lazard that can get free, and the 1 out of 10 that he might actually catch, we may score on.
And Rodgers, who's athletic himself, right? Those bootleg action, play action. He could even run for the other way, right? And kind of if it's a 5-yard run and get the first down, that kind of stuff, or throw on the run like he used to do. Like he's done it. The guy who invented this, everybody talks about Patrick Mahomes, but if you look at Rodgers from back in the day, man, he was the one who kind of started this whole kind of crap of running to the right and just throwing it 30 yards on the field. I mean,
he was doing no looks before it was cool.
Yeah, exactly.
When we start talking about the Green Bay offense, really breaking it down, and we look at it, the intermediate passing game is non-existent. There is nobody that catches the 5 to 8 yard slant. And I've often wondered if you don't go back to practice and go, okay, Rodgers, here's what we're going to do. I want you to stick it in his face mask. I want you to throw it as hard as you can at his face mask in hopes that it sticks. That way we at least get a reception. Maybe he'll grab a hold of it and not fumble. I don't know. But they've got nobody that runs intermediate routes. Nobody that catches there's no threat from the 5 to 8 yards to take it to the house like they've had before. Adams
Cobb
was so great at that. He would
Cobb is on the IR.
Yeah, well, and that's just it. I mean, I kind of thought that Tunyon might turn into that guy over time, but he hasn't. And so they've got nobody that they can really line up and just give that 8 yard slant to. That's a threat to take it. There's nobody, and it's really sad because Adams, he was not only was a deep threat, but he could do that too. His yards after catch were awesome.
He's doing it now with Carr. You've seen him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He's struggling downfield when there's everything open.
Yeah.
How many times do we take like a 5 yard pass there, a swing pass, and just he does work with it?
That just doesn't exist in Green Bay's offense this year. It just doesn't. No. It's not there.
Tunyon don't have that talked about the same way that Kelsey or any of these other great tight ends are, but he just hasn't developed into one of those players who is as good as.
You're right on. You're right. Let's be honest. In any NFL team, can you have a productive offense if you don't have that guy? You've got to have that guy. I mean, Cole Beasley. Let's go Cole Beasley. Let's go Wes Welker. Let's go Edelman. These are all key glue guys.
Cooper Kupp even.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp turned into that guy, and then turned into the elite guys are like Devontae and Cooper Kupp that can do both. They can house call you on the back end and take the top off, but they can also catch the slant and go, 40, 50 yards.
Julian Edelman, probably the gifted wide receiver I've ever seen, who's put up the best numbers out there. You know what I mean? And that's how he would get his bread and butter, right? Yep. Boom. And then
it was grit yards. It was grit, dirt yards.
Exactly. Grit yards, scratch and gravel yards.
That's exactly right. I'm going to line up and 8 or 10 times out of 10, you're going to catch me for the 5 yard slant, and we'll take the 5 yards and line up and do it again. But the 1 or 2 times a game, I'm going to take it to the house. I'm going to make a move in space, and I'm going to take it to the house. Those guys are the guys that you got to have, and Green Bay is missing that on their roster. They don't have any.
Yep. It's gonna be a bloodbath at Lambeau. Sad to say. Good news is tickets will be much more available in the coming years.
And we might actually get some good draft picks too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, if we can hit a couple draft picks.
Anyway, so what does that matter?
Yeah. I guess you're right. We'll pick a quarterback next year.
We did not get enough Super Bowls out of these 2 quarterbacks that we just had our whole life.
We'll trade out of the number 6 spot for a tackle out of
that's gonna
Indiana.
be
Wisconsin.
A great trivia question. You know, you put these guys' stats together, Favre and Rodgers together all time, and that's probably the 2 quarterback back to back leading a franchise with the least amount of Super Bowl success, probably in the NFL. If you take those stats and you put them together,
Meanwhile,
for as many times they went to the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah, every year basically.
Every
year. Nothing.
One
Always ended
time
the
in
same
my
way. We
lifetime,
ran into
the
a team
Packers
that had a
haven't been
defense.
to the playoffs. One time.
Say
in
that
my
again.
lifetime. One time in my lifetime, the Packers have not been to the playoffs. That was the year that we were just absolute dog shit there in the middle. It was like 2 years after the Super Bowl, and we have been to the playoffs every other year.
His whole life.
Buckle up, Casey. Buckle the fuck up. It's gonna get rough.
you might spend the next 5 years. All right.
Yeah, no kidding.
It might be a long walk through the desert, depending on if they can find the next quarterback.
Like, I hope you didn't really make fun of any Browns fans because about to come eat you.
I don't know if it'll be that bad, but it might be
man.
Chicago bad.
Come on, man.
Hey, it's good character building, Casey, for some of your teams to suck in your lifetime. Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
We traded up for Jordan Love, Coach. I don't have a lot of faith, bro.
Well,
That's the level of
I'm not gonna
competence.
lie to you. There's a lot of the league right now that just sitting on the edge of their seat, really enjoying this moment.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
they've been waiting for it for a while.
Yeah, it's
second to the
actually
Patriots.
karma coming back.
Second to the Patriots. This is probably the most anticipated downfall.
It starts with Joe Buck, that mother effer.
Oh, he yeah. Next to the Cubs, he hates the Packers right up there.
Right.
What's
it this?
Yourself,
What do you?
Hey, Chris, you brought up baseball yourself, man. You broke your own written rule here. No baseball on Sundays, right?
Oh, he calls Packer games. Trust me.
Oh yeah. He used to. Now there's Sunday night football or Monday night football. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Fournette with a rush of over 5 yards, over 2.8 on that one.
Wow.
Still no score nearing the end of the first quarter. Interesting. The Germans
Remember
are
what I
getting
said
pissed.
about I said about the whole Geno thing and these damn games against the Bucks. They're all like low scoring games. It's hard to pick a quarterback that's playing.
Yep. The Dak start already looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, help me out here. Who's the backup? You said it was McCoy is the backup to Arizona?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Called the pistol, baby.
I'm trying to come up with a quarterback, a replacement for Murray in the afternoon window.
Hey, trade me Aaron Rodgers right now and push it through, Coach.
I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah, you just press a button.
Yep.
You gotta give him a quarterback.
Press accept.
I've got.
I'll trade you Cook right now for Aaron Rodgers straight across.
Oh my gosh, that hurts my heart. That hurts my heart. I feel like I'm getting fleeced.
I'll throw Pollard in.
Oh
Okay.
man, I do
Okay.
Pollard for Rodgers.
Yep.
Take that.
Yep.
We're
Done and
locking
done.
it up. We're locking it up right now.
All right.
I'm sending it to you.
Let's hit this Chargers-Niners game before I got to go make some waffles and tend to some parenting issues and turn it over to you boys for the last, I don't know, hour or so, however long you want to go. 49ers almost back at full strength on offense. They're getting some guys back after the bye. Shanahan said Elijah Mitchell, Azeez Al-Shaair, Colton McKivitz, and Jordan Willis will be activated off injured reserve. Jason Verrett placed on the injured reserve. Shanahan said practice was quiet for 3 seconds after Verrett went down on the play. Evidently, he tore his Achilles, or that was the last thing he did. Jason Verrett, one of the more cursed players. He went from the Chargers cursed franchise to the 49ers cursed franchise, and he basically blows his knee or his ankle out in training camp every single year. Debo and Juan Jennings aren't on the injury report. Shanahan said about Debo, he was good by Wednesday practice, so we didn't have to change reps. Debo 100% plus CMC with the playbook in his brain now. I mean, holy shit. 49ers by 17.
Wow.
And these Chargers got nobody. They got no Mike Williams. They got no.
Oh,
Keenan
Coach,
Allen.
I can't do that trade now.
What?
Coy Pope, I forgot I had to trade out, and he just accepted it right then.
You're playing with my emotions.
No, I'm not bullshitting. He took
Coy's
Pollard.
watching.
Coy Pope, you dirty.
It's Coy.
son
I
of a-
bet he's watching.
Coy
'Cause he
Pope
just-
has been up
he
since
hadn't,
2 a.m.
He hadn't done anything on that in a week.
Coy
I,
Pope is a fantasy guru. I promise you, he's been up since probably before the sun, trying to cut an angle as to how to get a W.
But I just got Joe Mixon.
I wanted to send a
He
I wanted
fired
to send a
Mixon
dynasty.
to Etienne for me earlier and a first-round draft pick.
Who say that again?
He fired Mixon.
He's been shopping Mixon.
Oh, he's been shopping Mixon, and he sent him to me for Etienne and a first-round draft pick, and I was on the fence to take that, and I thought that's not enough.
No, not in a dynasty league. That first round pick, you're hoping to get a guy like Etienne, but then you also
well, and that's what I was thinking is I hit the lotto when I got him. I was gonna send Coy an offer in the dynasty league, but then I remembered that he just traded me Nick Chubb for Najee Harris, and he's probably still a little upset he's
about
probably
that.
a little
So
sore.
I'm unlikely to get a deal done right now with Coy.
Yeah, might give it a week.
I have to bounce. It's been awesome like every Sunday, but I gotta get going.
All right,
no worries, brother. Thanks for
Casey. Pleasure.
It was nice to meet you, man.
Hey, good to see you, man. Take care.
You guys, we'll see you hopefully next week.
Next week.
Absolutely. Yep. We'll see you Tuesday night.
You'll have an invite in your email, brother.
You got it, brother. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Take care. God bless.
What we got in the mailbox over there? We got some questions, comments, etc.
No, we're caught up. All right, Casey. So how does this work?
Yeah, let's do a little rodeo.
Okay, let's talk some rodeo. So in the NFR, there are 8 events. You pick, or there are 7 events, 8 people who you pick. So you pick a bareback rider, a saddle bronc rider, a team roper header, a team roper healer, a calf roper, a bull rider.
Is this fantasy rodeo we're talking
about? It's fantasy rodeo. Right
yeah.
now.
Wow. Yeah. We're going to get in it. PSR is going to be in a league.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm down.
All right.
Oh, we're all in it together.
Knew
Chris.
you would be.
You bet.
So the way that our league works is whatever place they're coming in the overall standings to the finals, because the way the NFR works is the top 15 money earners over the year go to the NFR. And so whoever has earned the most money, that's 1 point. And whoever has earned the 15th most money, that's 15 points. Your team has to add up to over 40 points. That's the way our league works. So your contestants have to average 5, basically, is the general rule of thumb. So you could go across and pick all 5th place people coming into the NFR.
Let me just tell you right now, I want anybody named with the last name Etbauer and any South American bull rider. I want those.
South Americans, huh?
They're phenomenal. They're absolutely
we'll hate on them. Let me just tell you, if you're from Central or South America and you're a bull rider, you're legit.
Jonah wants in. All
Jonah
right,
wants in on the league.
We'll get you in on it, buddy.
Absolutely. This will be a group effort.
Yeah. So general rule of thumb, the last 2-3 years that we've done it, Haley Kinzel, she is a barrel racer out of Texas. She has a horse named Sister. Sister is a machine. She hasn't knocked a barrel at the NFR in 3 years. She's won it 3 years in a row. She's won the most rounds the last 2 years. She's coming in 5th place this year. She is an absolute steal.
You're telling me she hasn't bumped into one of those barrels in 3 years.
She's due. She's due.
No.
She's due. Going the other way.
No.
Going the other way.
Now, put it in football terms. That's the equivalent of not throwing an interception until like week 16, right?
That's
Rogers' 3 years.
Number.
3 seasons.
Right.
3 seasons.
Normal season Rogers interception numbers right there.
Wow.
So 10 rounds of the NFR, that's 30 runs with not a single barrel knocked at the NFR. And
what does the average rider do? Once in a while, once out of
most barrel racers knock over a barrel at the NFR. Some of them will get in their heads and knock 2. Some of them will get in their heads really bad and knock 3. But most, if they're at that level, will maybe knock 1 barrel or not knock any barrels. But over 3 years, it is unprecedented.
She's just out there running perfect.
It's a double bogey.
Yeah,
it's like a double eagle. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. So we're in. Yeah. So how do we do it? What do we pay? What's
She's
the cost?
Like 3 no-hitters back to back.
For our league, for our league, it's $20 to get in.
20 American?
Yes, 20 American.
Done.
Got it. We got that kind of currency.
All right. Let me pull up some picks
depending on what
Saquon
Saquon does today.
Yeah, no kidding.
20 yen. You take Homeland bucks over there?
Yeah. I got it because I have a shit ton of Coles
Homeland
cash.
bucks.
Coles cash. Yeah,
I
20
have
Coles
cash over
cash.
here.
Because sometimes that can be a little heavier than 20
Listen,
American.
I got a
sometimes it is, for
30% in the
sure.
mail.
So we've got, I know you guys aren't necessarily up on all the people, but we'll go through and get your picks in right now, live on the air. So
I want
big.
Rip
Right.
for sure. Can I have Rip?
okay, so in the bareback riding, Cole
Hey,
Reiner.
when you say who they are, will you say where they're from? So
Yes,
that will
yep.
help me because I have no idea.
Anybody named Etbauer in the bareback riding?
Or
no,
Frost?
no Ed Bowers this year.
No
right,
Etbauer.
let's
The
go.
whole
Let's go.
family.
Okay.
Let's
Champions.
go.
So bareback riding, Cole Reiner. He's from Casey, Wyoming, same town that Chris Ledoux.
I know. Yep.
Dude's
Casey.
name is Ryder. I'm sold.
I mean,
he's
he's from Ledoux's hometown.
Yeah, he won the college CNFR, which is in Wyoming, as is the high school national finals. They're both in Wyoming. He won the college national finals when he rodeoed for Sheridan, the college that I went to before I came here to Laramie. He's a badass, but he's the number 1 pick, so he's pretty costly. And if he bucks off, then that's no money for you.
We don't need
Okay, how much?
You want to have the leverage. You'd rather have the leverage of not having him on your roster, then is what you're saying.
Do we have 50,000 to start, or how much do we have? How much money do we have?
So the way our league works is you have 40 points that you have to spend. So you have to have at least 40.
And how many points is this guy?
So he's 1 point. So your team at least has to add up to 40.
Oh, so it's like opposite of DraftKings.
Yes, exactly.
Your best players are going to be low numbers, and your okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to find like a 15 or a 20.
We just switched from
something.
We just switched from American sports to golf. We have to get the lowest number.
Yeah.
This is golf and the other kind of scoring. I forgot what it's
Oh
called.
my god!
Remember there was that one tournament that
Yes.
up was down and positive was good and negative was bad.
It's too many words.
Yeah.
Too much shit going on there. All right, so let's go. Okay.
Cole Reiner from KC. Jess Pope, he's pretty good. He's number 2 coming in from Marshall, Missouri.
Nope.
Caleb Bennett from Carvelis, Montana. He's number 3.
I'll take a Caleb.
He's pretty good.
Is there a Hank?
I don't know if there's any Hanks. So
a Jackson. I'd like to have a Jackson on the
or a
roster.
Waylon.
A Waylon would be good.
Gunner.
Personally, I picked Casey Fields. He's number 5. So he's keeping up with your average. He's a 6-time world champion. He's from Granola, Utah. He's pretty good. Another good pick would be Tim O'Connell. He's won the NFR a time or two, I think. And another pick would be Tilton Hooper. He's at number 11, so he'll take a quarter of your points.
Hey,
yeah,
is there
there's
the
some
Oklahoma
points for
boys
us.
on there?
Not in the bareback.
How about
No.
Texas?
Tilton Hooper's from Texas.
Fuck Texas. Let's go KC, Wyoming. Is
me the
there only
Missouri
one guy
guy.
from Wyoming?
Give me the Missouri.
Yeah.
You want the Missouri cat?
Jess is pretty good.
I want the Missouri guy.
That's number 2. Okay, you guys are 2 right now. Steer wrestling. Stetson Jorgensen is number 1.
Stetson, goddamn.
Yep, I'll take a Stetson. That's as good as a Jackson. That's as good as a Jackson.
He's from Blackfoot. Tyler Wagispack. He's from Gonzales.
Blackfoot.
Yeah.
He wrestles steers
Lock
for
it
sure.
Lock it in.
Okay, but right now you guys are 2 picks in with 3 points.
Okay. All right. I just feel like we should have the best, right?
Yeah, but then we're only gonna have like 7 points. You can't do that.
Well, we use Common Core math here. Is that okay, Casey? Because that's the math that we, in our reality, that we identify with.
Yeah, what if I draw a picture of 7 guys and then it's just 7 points?
All right, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Tyler Wagispack is number 2 from Gonzales.
Any Oklahoma boys on this?
Ooh, let's see. Louisiana, Nevada.
Louisiana might be good for steer wrestling, actually.
Yeah.
Yep. Chris likes the Bayou and
Let's
the
see
Bull
who we've
Mountain.
got from Louisiana. Tristan Martin. He's from
Tristan.
Sulphur.
Give me the Cajun. Give me the
Yep.
Cajun.
Yep.
All right.
We're in.
So,
We're in. Lock it in.
all right. So you guys are at 9 points.
That was a
right
great
now.
point selection too, Chris. Way to go.
It was
Yep.
way to go. We're in the heading into things. So Caleb Driggers, Clay. He's from Georgia.
I need you to
Clay
move
Ryan.
down the list about number 5.
I think we need a Clay though. I think we should grab that Clay.
There's an Oklahoma boy in a team roping.
Absolutely.
I bet there is. Let me look.
Out of the Lazy E. They rope out of the Lazy E.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This guy knows fucking ranches.
We're going to take our hometown
We grew
boys.
up. I grew up a
Clay
mile
Smith
from
is from Broken Bow.
There you go.
Ooh.
Put him in.
I've heard that. I've heard Broken
How
Bow
many
in a Turnpike Troubadour song.
He's not only from Oklahoma. He's from the
Broken.
armpit of Oklahoma. They call Little Dixie.
Right up there with, I think that's next to old Joan up there.
And
That's,
he is number 13.
Perfect.
So you guys are at 20 points halfway
Boy,
there.
we're gonna get.
Now we're getting there. Now we're getting there.
He's going to the top. He's 13 with a bullet.
Yeah, exactly. What do you guys want to spend on a healer?
What do we got left?
Oh, you have 20 points left, or 18
And we
points
got
left to go.
bullfighting and healer.
You have team roping, saddle bronc, tie down, and bull riding and barrel racing.
Yeah,
So
we
you
want to
have-
save our. You want to save your purse strings for the bull riding, boys, because the South Americans not going to be cheap.
Actually, I think South Americans are further down the list. The top 3 are from Utah.
Oh well,
That's
we'll
a
save
mistake
money.
on your part,
we might
sir,
go
and
back.
I'm
Yep,
sure
here
you
we
will
go.
expose
Boom.
it.
We might go back and get one of our favorites that was top. All
Okay.
right, let's go down. Let's go to our healer.
Okay, so healing, we've got Travis Graves from Oklahoma at number 7, Patrick Smith from Texas at number 6. Jeremy Bueller is from Canada. He has the man with the best beard at the NFR. I'll tell you what,
That's
I think we need one of those
around here. That holds a lot of weight around here.
I know he's pretty good, and he's a number 8, so he's a good spend there. Trey Dizzle Yates is from Pueblo, Colorado. He's a badass. Wesley Thorpe is from Texas at number 12. But I personally picked Junior Nogueira. He is from Brazil, and he is a badass. He is
Coach
he
likes
really
the
is.
Brazilian guys.
Checks all our boxes.
Put them on
All
the
right.
list.
All
Not
right.
only do they do jiu-jitsu, they do rodeo. I'm not
Exactly.
gonna lie.
They're sweet. Let's go to the saddle bronc riding. And if you guys know anything about saddle bronc riding, you'll know that the Wright family is absolutely dominant. They're from Milford, Utah. And they are insane. But I picked a man from Alberta, number 6. His name is Zeke Thurston. There is also a man from Wyoming named Brody Kress.
Yep, Brody.
You can't miss with a Zeke or a Brody, really.
I'm not lock the Wyoming boy in. We got
All right,
a Wyoming boy. We don't have a
he's at
team.
number 3. Let's see.
That's like not having a DN from Florida. You got to have one of those.
You have to. 20, 22. 26. All right. So now we're at the tie down roping. And if I were you, I would never pick the man who is number 1. He's probably going to win it. He's going to win the overall standings this year, but he sucks at the NFR. He has choked the last 3 years at the NFR.
Throw him out. Fucking
This is how you win right here.
Packers.
This kind of inside information. This is how you win.
Let's see if we've got any Oklahomans in this deal. Tyler Milligan is number 10. He's from I can't pronounce that. What town he's from?
Sounds
Pawhus.
Brody Kress. What's Brody Kress? Give me what's he got?
Brody's in the saddle bronc.
Okay, I thought that's what we were talking about.
No, tie down roping.
Tie down.
We're into the tie down roping.
Hey, listen, he's going to spell this city, coach, in Oklahoma. Spell it out.
Pawhuska.
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 Okay.
Put him in. Right, our Pawhuska boy in there.
Sounds good. And bull riding, we've got.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Number 1.
So, number 1
How many points we got? Where are we at?
You are at, let's see, let's add up here. 2,
carry the 1,
23, 26, 36.
All right.
You're at 36 points, and you have 2 events left to fill.
Okay.
And our perfect barrel racer is going to be 1 point, right?
No, she's not. She's number 5, actually.
Okay.
So
give us where are we at?
So Stetson Wright is it from Milford, Utah. He is
what event is this?
This is bull riding.
Bull riding. Okay.
Yeah, he is part of the prodigious Wright family. He is far and away the best saddle bronc rider, in my opinion, and he's won the bull riding the last 2 years and the all around the last 2 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
he's a stud.
Yeah, he's
from Utah. Give me the next one.
All right.
Oh, coach says no.
Josh Frost, not related to Lane Frost.
Oh
but
man, because that would have been money.
That would have been. We would have locked that in.
Lock that in right there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Where's he from?
He is from Utah as well.
Hey, will you sing From the Hills of KC, Wyoming?
Where life's woolly and
wild.
Came an army brat with a cowboy hat and a Copenhagen smile.
Oh my gosh. Now this thing is
a little bit of everything this morning.
Yeah.
All right, where we at? Okay.
Number
How's
3
the
is
Swearingen kid?
What's that?
The Swearingen kid? What's he got? Where are we at there? Wrong deal. Bull Riders.
I don't think he made it this year.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the PBR. That's a different.
Yeah.
NFR.
Yeah.
We're in NFR. I got you. Wrong NFR. Got you.
There is let's see. So you guys could pick really high here, or you could go back and you could pick a lower number here and go back and pick one of your better guys.
I want to for sure get our perfect barrel racer.
Yeah.
Let's lock her in and then come back to this and get what we can afford.
So Haley Kinzel, number 5. She is amazing. She's absolutely incredible. She's not single.
Damn.
You had already got her number, huh? What's up, Will?
Will.
What up, boy?
Will's jumping in here. I'm sure he's got a bull
We're
rider.
picking a fantasy team here.
Will, I gotta go make waffles, so I'm gonna tag you in, and I'll see you boys in a bit. Casey, great to meet you. This was fun. Please come back.
All right.
Everybody else, enjoy your football and your rodeo.
You guys been going for an hour and a half now. Look at you guys.
We went down a rabbit hole on this fantasy rodeo, and we've been hooked.
All right. So we're on Bull Riders right now. Hang on. Let's get through this real quick because I got to get some NFL shit from Will. We can't let him
Trevor
go without
Kastner.
that.
Trevor Kastner.
He's number 6.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Lock him in. All right.
Lock him in.
All right. So you guys are at.
It was either him or Maverick Potter. That's a great bull rider.
I like that name.
They're great names.
So we should be good.
36. You guys are a few points over. So if you guys wanted to go lower on any of you.
Yes.
Okay. Where do you want to
go up to the top of the list?
All right.
Where are we at?
So you have number 2, Jess Pope at bareback riding. Number 7.
Well, wait. Let's get the badass bareback rider. That's what I wanted.
All right.
For the 1-pointer.
Cole Reiner from Wyoming.
Yep. From KC, Wyoming.
And
I feel good now. It's over.
It's
already over.
All right. You guys want to lock in your team?
Yeah,
absolutely.
All right, perfect. Well, we'll have you guys in the league, and I will keep you guys updated. I'll be doing daily episodes when the NFR is going on with updates on my team and your guys' team.
Just be back next Sunday to tell us what we won.
It doesn't start for a week or two. Anyway.
Well, you can marinate on it. You guys can look at that and you guys chop it up and then come back 2 weeks from now. We're stacking bills. I want to know what we dominated in this arena.
All right.
Casey, hit me up on Twitter or whatever and let me know how to pay you.
All right, sounds good.
All right, brother.
All right, I'm headed out, boys.
Later.
Hey, thanks. Will, my man.
All right, boys, back to NFL.
I'm watching this game, obviously, that's on. And I thought for sure, Tom, Lane's in Germany. We all know what athletes do in Germany. Look at Kobe Bryant. He got injected up with some good stuff over there. He looked young as can be. So the second Tom's touching down, he's getting that good stuff injected into him. I didn't realize they were going to do it to Julio too. I mean, Julio looked like young Julio on that touchdown. I mean,
Godwin's going off right now.
Wow.
It's just this drive looks good. They're actually running the ball.
Yeah, they do look good. Fournette even looks good today a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. He might have got injected with something too.
I think he did.
Boy, Brady is spinning it different, isn't he?
Hey, we didn't. Dude,
you know what it is? When you text me last night, if I liked the Bucks, I mean that was obvious. But I'm like, I definitely like the Bucks because did you hear that Tom might have lost $650 million?
Yeah,
and that's
I did
not
hear
to the divorce.
I did hear
divorce.
No, it was
about that.
I hear it might be 45 million, but there's that I think it was Fox analyst or whatever that said it could be up to 650, which I'm like, I don't know. I know that, I mean, obviously Tom and Giselle, they have that kind of money, but I don't know any financial advisor that would tell them, hey, you should have your fortune wrapped up into one thing. That's like the first thing that they tell everyone. You don't want to be all into one thing.
Wasn't it some sort of cryptocurrency?
Yeah, it was an FTX, the crypto exchange that was a huge fraud that just lost $32 billion.
Yeah. Wow. Whew. That hurts. That hurts on a Sunday morning.
Anyways, I gotta go. My little baby boy just got down here, so I gotta grab him. I just wanted to hop on and talk a little bit about Tom, of course.
Yeah, who you like today?
What do we say? What was one of our favorite ones? We like the Bears today. What's my other favorite play? I'm trying to think of. Chris, what was my number one pick yesterday? I'm trying to think.
Hang on, I'll pull it right up right here, guys.
Raiders. Go back to the Raiders.
Oh, we're going back to the well.
We have, these are our picks this week. It's Giants -4.5.
Okay.
Steelers +2. San Fran -7. Vegas -4.5. Bears -3.
I like the Raiders because no one on that coaching staff for the Colts has called plays in the NFL before. And it's a rookie QB. That's not a recipe for success.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. And they're laying 4.
4 to 4.5.
It's in Vegas.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that too. You rarely are you going to hook me with two Raiders in a row, but I do like that.
Yeah, I mean it feels disgusting, but it's
it just it feels like a Vegas pick. It just feels a little dirty, but it's so right.
Exactly. Anyways, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good Sunday.
All right, hey, you too,
Will.
man. All right.
Be good, brother.
And then there were 2.
All right, coach.
Just us 2, man. Is that it?
What if you want to keep talking, we could talk a little bit. What you got?
Hey, whatever, dude. I'm gonna, hit a little pre-Thanksgiving today. That's what I've got on the agenda.
Nice.
What about you, man? You got anything cool?
I'm thinking about getting a nap in.
Nice.
I'm not going any further than that because who knows? The day's young.
Yeah,
there's already football on. It's kind of crazy.
So much room for options.
So much room for activities.
Yeah, man. I just kind of to summarize, I got a 1-unit bet down with Angela on today's Bills and Vikings. Looks like we're hard on the Raiders today. Trying to think here as I'm looking down.
Hey, coach, I'll get that. I'm getting that 1 unit stuck up right.
Yeah, put the 1 unit on the big board. Angela, you're not going to like how that turns out. Your MVP today, I think, is going to have trouble, but we'll see. I like that she's really confident, truly confident.
All right, brother. Well,
you have a good day. We'll see what happens on this Murray situation. I guess I'm going to try to wait that out.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to, I don't know. I may panic and hit Jones now that our deal blew apart with the Coy Pope debacle. So
what's happening with what's going on over there in Arizona? That was supposed to be a really good football team. He's a bad football coach.
He's not a good football coach. He's not. He just, I don't. He wasn't good at Texas Tech. I don't know how he got that job.
No.
I just don't. I don't like anything about that, and I don't like anything about the Cardinals. There's got to be some balance, and there's not any balance there. The Cardinals just it's all players coach, and I feel like a little bit like maybe they run the show down there. I don't know.
Herding cats all the time.
Yeah, it's just
he doesn't have it. He doesn't have any authority. Those players don't respect him like that.
Well,
they don't look up to him.
I mean, anytime they get in clutch situations, he has mental meltdowns. I mean, and that's not
bad.
Somebody you can follow. I mean,
hey, tell me this: is it harder to coach now than it was back in the day? Like, did the kids in the I don't know years ago may have came in with at least a little bit of respect for people.
Just
like now,
different
it's
kinds
just
of
different.
kids.
Yeah.
I mean, kids are a little different now. It's not the same when you and I played a long time ago.
You
It's
just
not
can't
the
be
same.
hardcore.
Kids are different. The game has changed. The things are a little bit different, but mainly I would say it's not kids, it's parents that have changed.
Right. Yeah. Yes. It's the way they parent. Right.
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 Parents have changed. Expectations as parents have changed. But no, man, the NFL is such a big business, and that's like comparing apples and oranges because those guys are professionals, and everybody's supposed to, have some sense of professionalism. But and that's a huge stage. I mean, it's a stage far bigger than you and I would ever know. So
Right.
I don't know. Kingsbury just seems to me like he was lost, and I never liked him at Texas Tech. I still don't know how he got that job, but it is what
they
it
wanted
is.
Kyler.
Yeah. Well, what'd you say?
They wanted Kyler.
Oh, they wanted him bad, and
so that's the coach that they picked to coach him.
I think that
I don't know how he sold that, but he sold it.
Oh, he sold it, and the guy is a human video game. He can light it up at any and turn it on at any week, so it makes it definitely interesting. But I don't know, man. It's a lot of interesting games today. This Cowboys and Packers game is interesting to me just to see is Green Bay going to actually try to salvage any semblance of a season, or are they just going to go ahead and mail it in and be done? So, I don't know. It'll be interesting. Did you watch any UFC last night?
I didn't watch that pay-per-view.
I didn't either, but I guess Pariah ended up winning it. I kind of thought Adesanya would take that, but that was interesting. I was looking at the highlights here. Didn't
last very long, did it?
No, I mean it was I'm trying to see how long it went. Well, it did. I mean, it did. It went 5 rounds, 201 in the 5th.
Damn. I was on a live stream last night. A guy was watching it, but I lost track of time. I thought it was faster than that. I remember when he got knocked out though, because he was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah. Well, I guess Poirier won. Choked out Chandler. There's a lot of good ones there. Anyhow, the UFC is fun to watch. It's definitely got a lot of things that you can tune in on there.
What game are you looking forward to watching today? What's your favorite game on the slate where you were like, oh, okay, I'm gonna watch that one?
Besides
the Packers,
I think the Bills and Vikings game is going to be fun. I think that's one that as I look down the list here, that's the one that seems to be. Let me look again and make sure nothing. But I really like that just to see how that's going to turn out. The one on right now seems pretty one-sided. And I kind of want to tune into the Raiders Colts now just because we've talked about it, but I just want to see how bad the Colts are actually going to be.
Hey, we got a player prop out this week on our website, Coach.
Okay.
We have the under on 1.5 touchdowns for the Colts. They've scored 0 touchdowns in the first half, and they're averaging 0.7 touchdowns in the second half in the last 3 games with Ellinger, and that was with like a real head coach.
Wow.
So we'll see.
I'll tell you the game that's intriguing that nobody's talking about this week that I really like on the schedule is this Texans and Giants game. I mean, the Giants are
Saquon's gonna fucking run all over them.
The Giants are laying 4.5, which I think is kind of a steal because they should win that game going away. I mean, the Texans are not better than their record. I mean, they're 1-6 for a reason. The Giants are supposed to be contenders.
Every running back goes 200 yards on them.
Well,
everyone.
And I mean, the Giants have a great one, and he can get you in multiple ways. Yeah. I just don't see how, and if I was really gonna
Giants Giants. We're playing the Giants in our tournament.
I dig it. That's a game that nobody's talking about, kind of flying under the radar. It kicks off at noon, so that'll be I think the Giants should be an easy W.
Yep.
You know, the Eagles and Commanders, Eagles laying a large number, you know. I mean, the Commanders are a scrappy squad. I don't know. But
is it 11? What are they laying?
Yeah, it's 11.
It's a lot.
11.
Yeah.
So I kind of like the Commanders getting points in that. But
how about the Chargers? How disappointing, huh?
You
they
know,
can't stay healthy.
But they manage. I mean, Chris, they're 5-3.
I know.
Not out of the realm of possibility here. They managed to
healthy,
scrap and claw into a 5-3 record. And the West is so wild. You know, I mean, when you look at it, the Broncos are non-contenders. The Vegas is out. It's pretty much the team chasing the dadgum Chiefs.
Right.
And there's a wild card spot, you know, up for grabs there. As I look down the AFC here, a lot of it's going to get busy towards the end of the year. It's going to be interesting. Yep. So no, man, there's a lot of good games, a lot of intrigue to watch today. And you know, I was trying to see what's the Monday night. We've got Monday is the Eagles and
Commanders.
So that'll be fun. So, well,
all right, brother.
Man, I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Yep,
and
be good.
Good talk, man. Talk to you later.
Yep.
You've been listening to Patriot Sports Radio. If you're sick of all the national talking heads and biases of mainstream sports media, like we are, this show is for you. We hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like, rate, and review. And we'll be back soon. For more content and merch, hit up www.patriotsportsnow.com. Find us on Twitter at PatriotsPod, on Instagram and Facebook at Patriot Sports Now, and on Getter, Rumble, and YouTube at Patriot Sports. Take care, and we'll see you next time.